Scan the QR code now to sign up.
You look around these beautiful mountains in the valley that most of us live in, and it's a spectacular topography that we call home. Coming up May 4th and 5th at Chester Frost Park, you have a chance to come and celebrate that, learn about it, and do a little shopping with your mom all at the same time. Charlie Jones is here. He is representing the Tennessee Valley Rock and Mineral Society. Been around for what, about 45
about 40 years?
40 years. Have about 45 members and growing. So when people come out to Chester Frost, I mean, I have a very good friend who might be watching today, and she loves to go to local like rivers and creeks and stuff and look for fun rocks and arrowheads and that type of thing. You were that kid.
I was that kid.
He almost said, I am that kid.
I am that kid. That's right.
So when we come out to the park in early May, we get to see some of these finds and do a little shopping and learn a little bit.
Exactly. Well, the Tennessee Valley Rock and Mineral Society, as you said, has been around about 40 years. And it originally started out as a group of lapidaries, people making jewelry, and then it expanded out to people more in the earth sciences. Today we are a 501c3, not-for-profit, and that allows us to actually put on some of these educational and fundraising activities. This is our major fundraiser, the Rock and Mineral Show in May. Now I've decided, I'm the show chairman, so I've decided to have local artisans, like folks who make jewelry, for instance. This is a local artisan. We also do hunts for free, by the way, for any of the club members. So if your friend is interested and wants to know more about identification, where to find things and stuff like that, we have the people in the club that can do that.
You have already given me a little bit of an education this morning. So these geodes that you brought are things that you found on these hunts. Is that right?
That's one of the hunts. This one particular one is located about 50 miles from here. We have a site that the owner of the area has allowed us to come and hunt. So we go collect these. This is what the geode looks like when we find, well, it's covered with mud usually, but we find it, clean them, and then we'll break them open, and inside you can see the crystals and things like that inside. So
there's something, though, just fundamentally human, I think, that ties us to these rocks. I was that kid that had, I guess it was an ordered thing, the cigar box. Remember that?
Oh yeah.
And it had all the different types of rock. I was fascinated by them.
People will see those at the show. I'm bringing 4 or 5 of those that show all the local rocks and things like that that you can find. They're labeled and everything, and they're in, actually it's called Riker boxes now because they've got a glass top on them, but still the same idea.
Same idea.
Same idea.
I went to Ireland a few years ago and I almost didn't make it through customs because I wanted to bring back a souvenir, and with Google you can buy anything on the web. So I would wade into the rivers, and I brought a rock from the River Shannon and one from the Blarney Castle, and they stopped me in customs. I had 3. Please don't take my rocks. And the man said, what is it with you Americans and your rocks? And they let me through.
Isn't that something? You know, along that line, I have friends in the military. I served a few years in the military, so I've actually had friends send me rocks from various places all over the world.
It's a fun
it's amazing.
hobby.
It's amazing.
So there is a story, though, behind all of these.
Every one of them.
Are those?
These are fossils. These are actually fossils from the Mississippi and Pennsylvanian area. They're about 350 million years old, and you can see the detail if you're up close. These are fern fossils, and these are local. I mean, I can take a person out right now and actually within 50 minutes be at the site for that. And along that line now, if
wait, hold on.
Yeah.
So see this right here? Is that the fern?
That's the fern.
Frond?
Yeah.
And how do you know that it's 350 million years old?
Well, the rock strata they're in, you know the strata itself, and you kind of know the geology. So if you know the geology and the strata, you can pretty well determine what the...
pinpoint it.
And this one I brought for you, this is actually one that's about 300 million years old. We put it in a little case there so you can demonstrate it. But that one is also local. That came from Grootley Logger, Tennessee, up on the mountain above Dunlap.
Yeah.
So that was one of the finds. And needless to say, the members are loving going out and finding these things. And we have several sites that we can take them to.
I will proudly find a spot for that
at
my house. Now, what is this that you have?
This is from Connecticut. This is a dinosaur footprint. And this is an Anchiosauropus. And this is probably going to be about 60 million years old. But this is a dinosaur that walked on hind feet. It was a flesh eater, so this is its footprint.
The lining here.
Yeah, well, we put the line on so you can actually follow it a little better. We did that. But the footprint you see is the darkened area.
What about the tooth that you brought?
Okay, we have, for those of you who are big time into sharks, This is a megalodon shark's tooth. We found it off the coast of South Carolina, and the gentleman that was guiding the tour is going to be here the weekend of May 4th and 5th, and we'll be organizing a hunt to go down to South Carolina at that point, I'm pretty sure. So this is a megalodon shark's tooth. You can imagine how big this shark had to have been to have a tooth that big.
You know, one of the things I love about this coming up that weekend is it's kind of an early Mother's Day teaser. Sure, you can go and buy something for your mom without her, but how fun would that be to bring your kids and the whole family and come out? And
we're going to have varying price ranges so people can afford to buy something here. We understand how pricing is, but the vendors that are there are all craftsmen. They come from all over the southeastern United States, as far as way Florida, South Carolina, Mississippi. We even have one vendor coming from Colorado. That's what we attract to this show. It is a educational experience. We'll be having games for the kids and family. There's a pond I'm putting together with sand. They can dig fossils and gemstones out of it, so it should be fun.
So it's called Rock Your World. It begins at 10 o'clock, runs until 4, the 4th and the 5th at Chester Frost Park. And when you leave, then go wander around the park and see if you can find a rock on the way to the car.
The park is open.
Thank you, Charlie.
Thank you so much. Appreciate it.
A simple step can lead to unexpected consequences. Navigating the aftermath of a slip or fall isn't straightforward. If you've been injured on someone else's property, contact Watermark Keith. It's more to us. It's personal.
Chattanooga's best-kept furniture secret is out of the bag. Everyday Living in Moore and Ringgold is the place to go for that stylish farmhouse chic look that's so popular today. Bedroom suites, living and dining rooms, and stylish decor pieces and lighting, all sold for less than the big box stores. We even carry mattress box spring sets and adjustable beds from BedTech. Discover perfect furniture and home decor that fits your style at the best prices. Everyday Living in Moore, 3969 Cloud Springs Road in Marketplace Plaza, just west of Costco. Follow us on Facebook at Everyday Living in Moore.
WRCB Local 3 is committed to providing quality programming for your whole family.
When you see this symbol during a program, you know it was specifically designed to meet the educational and informational needs of children.
WRCB Children's Television Programming reports are available online at stations.fcc.gov.
If you have any questions, contact the station during normal business hours
by calling 423-267-5412.
As life moves forward, we realize that excitement isn't just for the young, and that it's never too late to learn a new trick or two, and that it's okay if life gets a little easier. We understand life may look a little different, yet we believe there are friendships and memories still to be made. So, to those who say the best days are behind us, we beg to differ.
As seasons change, we'll be here. Call today to see why Hickory